Thank you. All good questions. I thank you all for helping us out here. I had just a couple of follow-ups. First of all, this is a little bit more parochial, General Wyatt. We just talked about losing a couple hundred people out of the state of Missouri. First of all, are there any kinds of provisions? You got some people that have been serving honorably and well for some period of time, and all of a sudden they hit the bricks. Anything we can do to help them out?
Currently working through OSD, I think are maybe some legislative proposals that would help us. Our big challenge in the Air National Guard in FY13 is the fact that we lose 5,100 of those Air National Guardsmen. Our end strength is reduced that much. We also have some remissioning to the tune of about another 3,200. So it's essential that in order to hang on to these highly experienced, highly skilled people that the taxpayer has invested a lot of money in, there are some things that the Air National Guard and the Air Force supports that would help us as we go forward. Things like as an individual maybe is terminated, extending their TRICARE benefits for a little bit longer to allow them to make that transition. Perhaps allowing the Air National Guard to pay for PCS moves so that if an individual loses a job in a particular state but there's one that's open, it's a lot cheaper to move that individual with PCS funds as opposed to recruit and go out and retrain a new individual. There are things like allowing Guardsmen a little extra time to exercise the GI Bill benefits that they have earned. Not changing the eligibility or qualification requirements for the GI Bill, but allowing them a little bit more extra time to exercise those benefits after.
So we can give people some options anyway, and the possibility is they might be able to find us. Of course, if we're dropping, what did you say, 5,000 people?
5,100 in FY13. It's a pretty steep drop, and that's why
Yeah, so they're all going to be looking for probably a limited number of openings as somebody might retire or something like that. It's going to be hard to, you're not going to get all 5,000 of them back to some.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
It would, these benefits that I'm talking about would obviously not apply across the board. We do have some individuals who will retire, you know, when given an option to transition into another aircraft. If they have several years in, they may have said, hey, I've done my fair share, it's time for me to retire. So some of those will fall out of our ranks through natural attrition, but we would need some tools to help us.
Well, I think we're just getting the first taste of what some of the medicine that we're putting together here in Congress. And obviously people on this committee, I think even from both parties, are not very happy with where we're going, and that's not even talking sequestration. So there's a great deal of angst here. But some limited degree that we know of what we can do to try and fix it. We're going to try, but that's where we are. Thank you for that. And let me see if there's anything else. The other thing is you know, this idea of pivoting, you know, to move further away from America, so therefore don't need as much airlift. Somehow the logic of that seems a little strained. And you know, I appreciate trying to sell some new change and put a good spin on it, but I remain a little bit skeptical. The further we have to go, it seems like to me it's going to be more airlift. And I think that's pretty much got things covered, unless you had a follow-up or something? No. Well, gentlemen, thank you for being here today, and the professionalism, and you got the answers for us. It's very helpful, but we're grumbling a little bit. Thank you.